This is a Magnoflux experiment to show the magnetic momentum energy of spin. Now here we have an ordinary magnet which is got a north pole on the top and a south at the bottom, as you can see when we pass it over this magnet compass here. It does that. We've got another one, much larger magnet here that really upsets the compass. Now when I put this onto this television screen, it's a CRT, as you would expect, you see the deflection of the letters underneath, but look, the magnetic field isn't symmetrical. It's got a spin to it, and if I turn this round, of course it doesn't actually affect it at all, because that spin is being induced by the voltage that's coming up at right angles through the middle of this magnet. Now this has profound effect when you look at it on the micro scale, because inside atoms and molecules we know that we've got charged particles, which means there's a voltage inside, and we know it's got a magnetic momentum, and now we can see that that magnetic momentum is telling it to spin. If this was on a perfectly frictionless surface, it would spin. If we turn it up the other way, then the spin is rotating in the opposite direction. And this is very significant when we understand atoms, that they are made up of electrical parts, and the electrical side of it is very important to their well-being. If I now take this other magnet, look, of course, it with the north on top, it's sort of pushing it away all the time. If I now drop it right into the middle, it tries to flip over, of course, but if I drop it right in, then it goes inside with no problems at all and just floats, because it's they're repelling each other. It just sits in there. Now this is very significant on the macro scale, because if this major magnetic field here in an electrified space were at, say, a galaxy, and this inside was a star, then when I move this around, you can see that the star spins. So I can, if I then had lots and lots of these tiny magnets inside, they would all spin just like that, but they'd be all spinning together. Now of course they would reject each other because they all repel each other, and that's the way that galaxies are. So what we have is a magnetized universe, and that is very, very significant and needs to be looked into by the world of physics and cosmology.